Hey guys, it's Brittany with Drops of Jupiter Astrology. Thanks for hanging out. Now we're going to talk about Aries today because we just moved into Aries, and it's a really awesome sign because it's all about life force, and my mom's an Aries, so I really like Aries. They can be a little abrasive sometimes, but it's just like a really cool energy, and it's the sign of spring. So let's jump into it. So Aries, let's see. It's the Ram, right? It's ruled by Mars, and it's the first house in the zodiac. Pisces marked our 12th house. We went through the whole zodiac. Now we're starting new, bursting into spring with the first house. It's a fire sign. It's a cardinal fire sign. Could it be anything else? I mean, absolutely not. I mean, it's Aries. They're the doers, they're the starters, they're the initiators. Initiation, initiative is a really key word for an Aries. They're the starters, the ones that get stuff going, the ones that are movers and shakers. They're ambitious. They really like to get the ball rolling and do something different. I just want to push this camera back a little bit because it's cutting my head off. Anyways, they're all about the phrase I am going to do this. I am going to, get this ball rolling and get moving. Think of spring and how hard those plants have to work to burst out, and there's just so much life force that happens, and all the leaves are popping open, and I just picture all the trees and the leaves just bursting open, and everything's just, full of life. That is Aries. That's what Aries embodies. They're just really energetic, and they're about life force. Sometimes argumentative. Aries has no problem speaking, its mind. Aries says, hey, if you're doing something wrong to me, I'm gonna stand up for myself. I'm gonna fight back, and I'm gonna have some zest and some passion to be able to, because remember, fire is passion. I'm going to have the passion and the love, for whatever I'm fighting for, to break through and not take no for an answer, or not let, somebody screw you over, or, whatever it is. I was just saying that my mom is an Aries, and growing up with an Aries for a mom, I mean, it was, there were times when it was hard because, if I tried to challenge her, and she knew better, watch out. But at the same time, Aries are such loyal people in relationships, romantic relationships, friend relationships, relationships in general. Aries are really loyal, and they'll fight for you. So growing up with an Aries mom, if a teacher did me wrong, like for example, an actual example, I was very sick with bronchitis for like a week, and there was a lab report due. I was in high school at the time, and my teacher said that he would allow me to get the lab report in, and he would take it, the next day after me coming back. And so when I handed it in, because I did in fact get it to him the next day, it wasn't like a week later and I was trying to hand it in, I did what he said, and I went to hand it in. He said, I'm sorry, I'm not taking this. And I told my mom. I actually went down to the office. I called my mom, and I was like, my teacher's not taking it, and that's really going to put a dent in my grade, my final grade. And I don't even think I heard the phone click, and she was already at the school ripping the teacher a new one. So, she was always there to advocate for, myself, my brother and sister, and for our family. That was a real staple component to her personality, and she has more than one planet in Aries, so definitely this energy is stronger than for her than somebody that just has Aries in one planet, or the sun or whatever. But I mean, it was definitely awesome to have somebody that would fight for you like that. Assertion is Aries. They're assertive, they're aggressive, they're leaders, they're the starters, they're dynamic, they pioneer. They're confident people. Aries is the first house. It rules self, the physical body. So it also rules the face, the eyes, and the head. It's about taking care of yourself. They're not about working in groups so much. They really like to get things moving, get a ball rolling, but working independently. Or one-on-one with somebody. So, say therapy might be potentially, you also have to look at your whole chart, but, my mother is a therapist, and that was a really great job for her because she had the ability to fight for people and help them. And she was really loyal, to her, to people that she helps. So, they're risk takers. They're energetic. Aries is all about moving life force. So taking a jog or a run or working out, playing tennis or soccer or doing a sport, baseball, sailing, these are all things that Aries does. And any fire sign, especially in Aries, will tell you the more they move, the more life force they move, the more energy they exude, the more they're going to get back. And they get off on that. They love that. They love being like, yeah, let's do this. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Now I feel great, And so that is definitely something that all fire signs need to do, but especially Aries. They have to work out. They have to be constantly moving energy. Other traits, they're adventurous. They're daredevils. They're action-oriented, again, like sports. They're definitely impatient. They don't want to wait. So, instant gratification is something that, they struggle with a little bit. They'll see something and they want it now. They don't necessarily splurge or reckless with money. They can sometimes, but they don't always. It's not like something that they do. Like Sagittarius, for instance, just can't keep their money in the bank. It's just always going. Not so much with Aries. And what else can I say? They like adventure. They like to just constantly be going on a new adventure and going on a new experience. And it's a sign that it rules like the furnace, it rules the fireplace, it rules the chimney, it rules the stove. These are all things that are not only hot, but they're things that are directly deal with like a direct flame, with fire, with things that that are directly about fire. I happen to think that Aries is great. Like, for example, depending on where you have Aries in your chart, like if you have Mercury in Aries, your mind, you're gonna think fast. Like when Mercury rolls over into Taurus, if you have Mercury in Aries in your chart, you're like, pick up the pace. You're so slow. I don't think this slow. Someone with Mercury in Taurus, they think slower and they think things through, and it's a little bit more lackadaisical. Not to say that they're stupid by any stretch. They just go slower. They make decisions slower. They're not impulsive. Whereas like Mercury and Aries, for example, is just, you know, I mean, they're just like, let's go. Okay, I see this. I want this, this, this. Let's make this choice. I got this done. I got it. You know, they analyze things quick. They're very smart. Mercury and Aries people are very smart because they look at it and they just know, and they can figure it out very fast. The brain moves fast. It moves a lot of energy, and you know, that would be, you know, a placement. If you have, you know, Sun in Aries, you're going to be a little bit egotistical. You're physically going to want to be first. You know, first house, first sign in the zodiac, ruling the face. You know, and things that are a little bit more egotistical. We look at a face and we judge a face. Are you pretty? Are you not? So that's important to them, and you know, they are ambitious, and they do really want to be first, and they care very much about their physical appearance. These people can be, but aren't always vain, but can be. You know, so Aries is that like bursting in your face, a little bit aggressive. They come off a little bit raw sometimes. Sometimes they say things and it's just blatant raw. You know, you know, it can be a little bit argumentative and just, you know, in your face, and I'm saying this, you know. I mean, Saturn Aries people, their life lesson is, you know, that they're going to feel the heat. They're going to, you know, do life force, full on, you know, fight the good fight, be the debater, be the one that's, you know, going to come in and fight the good fight and move life force. You made that promise that you weren't going to get lazy and sleep in the middle of the movie. And, you know, so Aries is definitely that sign that is signifying spring is here, life is bursting, we're on fire, we're moving, we're going, we're shaking, we're, you know, gonna push ourselves to the limit, you know, and we're gonna be a little selfish. You know, we are gonna be a little selfish because, you know, it's the only way that we can get stuff done. You know, if the flower is worrying about all the other flowers blooming, it's not gonna bloom itself. So this is kind of the sign that says it's okay to perfect myself, to make sure that I look good, or that I feel good, or I'm taking care of, or my physical body is at its optimal best of the best. It is the sign that says, you know, it is just okay to not put me on the back burner. You know, it is okay to explore me and be my best advocate. And, you know, not to say that they don't do that for others, but they also make sure they do it for themselves. And, you know, that is an important, you know, piece to this sign. And it's important that we all make sure that, you know, even if we don't have Aries in our chart, that we still kind of, we have all the energies, even if there's no, you know, planets in those signs. They're just not necessarily as strong. And we all have that little piece in us, you know, that says, I need to take care of me. And, you know, that's really what this sign is about. And don't forget, guys, that Neptune in Aries, Neptune in the first house signifies that whatever, because Neptune is that planet that says, you know, you are not being truthful with yourself. There's some subconscious going on that you're not totally being true with. And so let's just say I know that I need to work out, let's just say. And I know that, you know, if I don't, you know, it's just, but I just keep putting it off, and I keep saying, oh, I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. But my subconscious knows that I need to do that. Well, my physical body is going to be affected. Or if I say, you know, I have all of these responsibilities within my family. Say, you know, you have 3 kids and a husband, and, you know, you're taking care of your elderly parents, or whatever it may be, you know, say, you may say to yourself, I can handle this. This is definitely an Aries scenario. I can handle all of this. I can take care of all of this. I can do it. I can get, you know, this one to ballet and this one to soccer, and I can take care of my parents, and I can make sure dinner's ready for my husband, and I can do it, and I can do it, and I can do it. And you're literally, you know, burying yourself, burning the candle at both ends. You know, what's going to happen is you're telling yourself a lie, okay? And by telling yourself that lie, even though you know you can't handle it, you're saying, no, I can, I can. That subconscious that's, you know, the subconscious of knowing that it's going to that it's affecting you. Well, it's in the first house. First house is the first house of self and the physical body. So that lie that you're telling yourself that you can handle everything is affecting your physical body. So it's wearing you down physically, and you could potentially become ill. So if you have Neptune in the first house, you need to kind of figure out, like, what aren't you being true to yourself about? What are you lying and saying I can handle when you can't? Because whatever that thing is, it's affecting your physical body. And it's really important that you can acknowledge that and say, okay, I need to take care of myself. So that will conclude talking about Aries energy today. I hope you all have a wonderful Aries month of April. Remember, guys, if you ever need a consultation, or you need, you know, transit reports, or a natal report, or you want your, you know, your chart printed out, I have mine actually. My son, my boyfriend, and my chart printed on the wall. So I can certainly do that for you guys too. You can always go to my website. It's like, what am I trying to say? www.dropsofjupiter.com. You can also go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/dropsofjupiterastrology. Did I say dropsofjupiterastrology.com? Yeah, I think I did. I wasn't sure if I said dropsofjupiter.com. I'm losing my mind. See, I'm going too fast. We're in the month of Aries. Anyways, yeah, so guys, please reach out. You can always send me an email. I would love to chat with you about your chart. Where's your Aries? Let's find it out together. So definitely reach out, guys. Let's keep the conversation going. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to be doing Taurus next month. I'm also going to start doing other videos on aspects. It's just a crazy, 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 crazy life. I have a 6-year-old son, and I'm also in a master's program for marriage and family therapy, so that I can get my license and also do therapeutic astrology legally and, you know, with a license. Not that I do it now. Now I just do astrology readings, but I can't wait to do therapeutic astrology so we can kind of really do psychotherapy and go deep and, you know, get those real hard spots fixed out, you know, fixed up. So anyways, guys, please visit Facebook or my website, and look out for my next video, and I will see you guys soon. Take care. Bye, guys.